you still let them in, you still let them come over, and in the same sense, those emotions are still there somewhere. You have to have some type of emotion to even still deal with this person.
Yeah.
So, what is there to still let those emotions build up? But then in the same sense, now I'm hurt, now I'm torn because of what happened in my past. I don't trust nobody.
And see, I will say for me, I know your story might be different. Like for me, I'm a very optimistic person.
I am too. I believe in love. I believe in this and that.
But I've never, I think it's safe to say, I've never looked at the next person and automatically put them in the category of the last.
Right.
Like I'll give, you are innocent until you show me otherwise.
Exactly.
I always tell people like, you don't know who's crazy until they show you that they're crazy. Because people look normal as all get out. And then you get to know them and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Wait, And so for me, it's you don't know until you see it. Like I will give you the benefit of the doubt until you show me, oh wow, you are, just like, or wow, this is your struggle area. Didn't expect that from you, but I always give people the opportunity to, they start off with a clean slate, and I would hope that I would be, judged the same way. Like, don't judge me based on who you were with because I'm not that person,
Right. And no, I did not call you old. I said you were older than us. I did not call you old. What I said was, I'm 42. I'm up there. Yeah. But this is the thing. I love men. I ain't gonna never go the other way. I don't go nothing against anybody that do. You each his own. Do what you do. But I'm like you. I'm optimistic. Mm-hmm. I still believe in love. I still believe that there is a chance at happiness. I believe that. Regardless of everything that I've been through. Mm-hmm. I believe in getting married at 50, 60, whatever ages you want to get married. I do believe that. But in the same sense, the question is, when you're stripped of everything that you have in you, how do you get that back? Or do you stand firm on what you believe and say, listen, this is what I believe in. Mm-hmm. If you ain't going to do it, then it is what it is. So when we go back to the movie, because I play the lady in the movie who is going through so much with my husband because he's out on the road and I don't trust him. Mm-hmm. In real life, if your husband was gone all the time and with women, could you deal with that? Most of the women are not going to be able to take that if you've been cheated on. Just think about it. Can you really say, oh, I've been cheated on so many times, or he's cheated on me once, and now I'm going to fully trust you again that you can go back on the road? How do you heal from that? Like, how do you get that back?
Right. Well, you have to first know that person is not the person that hurt you.
He is the person.
No, she meant in the movie.
I'm talking about in your movie. We're referencing your movie. Yeah. So I'm kind of like mixing the movie in, I'm kind of plugging your movie, But, I mean, it's just, some of the things that women go through. And then when men say, oh, y'all dogging me and y'all didn't. No, because there's some women that do some crazy stuff, too. Oh, yeah. The thing of it is, I think we just, at some point, and this is what I do, I turn to God a lot. Mm-hmm. And then I do get my quiet space, and then I do the motivational thing, but still, deep down inside, there's a root, and you have to be like, okay, at some point, you have to stop breaking the cycle. Like you said, close the door, stop doing this, stop giving them access. Mm-hmm. When I did the show about the abuse, mm-hmm. and the young lady was saying, she still called him, oh, I'm going to go out with him because he buy me stuff, and no, you're letting him abuse you.
Self-esteem.
Right. Something is not right on the inside that you still feel that it's not wrong for you to still go out and take things in it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you still either are interested. Yeah. You're still letting him abuse you mentally because he's still in you. Mm-hmm. Right. So at some point, you just be like, okay, I got to break away. Right. I can't, Right. So, but tell us a little bit about what.
Well, I think I think where you were going with it was how as the woman who's with a man who's already cheated,
right?
And she has decided to stay with him, right? How does she get past
him cheating?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And then there was an abandonment came up in the meeting. Mm-hmm. Because sister, you preached. I'm just gonna tell you, and it may be in acting, but you touched every woman that was in that group the other day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you had women that wanted to come out of their shell and tell their real stories.
For real,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were on set.
Yeah.
And your speech was so powerful that you had women wanting to come to you and say, I feel like, I want to talk to you about my abandonment issues in my marriage.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, too. So many women deal with abandonment issues from their men. And I think it all comes from communication. We don't communicate with each other. And then when we do communicate with our mate, they don't listen. Because how many times have you tried to communicate with your mate?
Oh, yeah. They don't listen. It goes in one ear and out the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times we're lonely. And I'm telling you this, and then now I'm feeling like you're abandoning me, or you stepped out in a relationship or whatever. But when you stood up and you preached and you talked, and it was like, okay, I need to talk to her. I need to tell her. So even though you're acting, it's something in you that makes you want to speak the word to women. So that may be something you might want to take up. I had to get that off my heart. But, because you have the gift in you.
You do. You That's why
even though you're younger, you know what I'm saying? You have the gift in you to bring that out in women that, hey, I can come to you. I feel like I need to let you know that I'm going through this. Because it's a lot of women that are hurting, that don't know how to just get that off their chest out of being embarrassed, out of fear, out of, because that's what we go through.
Yeah. And some women, they, as they was, when they was younger, they saw that in their parents.
Yeah.
And they didn't know, how to, like, me personally, like, for example, I didn't know how to love properly because I wasn't shown that love, as I was growing up. So the love that I was shown and then the love that I was getting from my...
what makes you say you wasn't loved properly? Because it wasn't according to you? So you need to clarify that.
I mean, well, properly, like... you're beautiful. I love you. Let's spend some quality time together.
Okay, gotcha.
Like that kind of love.
Okay.
So then when you get your mate and they start showing you that, then, you're like, okay, this is love. But then they dog at the same time. But you still like, okay, but they're showing me this. I know they love me. I know it's in them. So maybe if it's something that I'm doing that might change them, but it doesn't always work like that. So you have to figure out what kind of love are you looking for? My daddy was in my life, but he wasn't like in my life. He wasn't that strong male. But like, don't let this guy do this, and this guy only want this, and I didn't have that. Okay. So I fell for anything. Yeah, almost not everything, but anything.
I got you. I got you. And I grew up without my father, so I was always looking for love. You always want that nurturing feeling from a man, so then you end up finding love in all the wrong places. So I definitely get where you're coming from. Now, you on the other hand, you grew up with your father in your...
Well, actually not...
No.
Well, he was hit or miss. He was come and go. But, and that's what I was going to say. I think a lot has to do with the person. It really does, because we all process things differently. What may have negatively impacted her may not have touched me to the same degree. So for me, I went over to my dad's house some weekends. I had shared on a show, like, my mom was the consistent one. My dad, sometimes he'd be at my track meets. He might show up, he might not. There was a lot of times, if anything, and me and my dad are really close. I love my dad to life. I'm still a daddy's girl. He was not always there, though. And there's plenty of stories that I could tell of when he told me, I'll be there to get you as soon as I get off. I will be at that door, bags packed, I'm ready, until my eyes was tired. And my mom said, just go to bed. She would be so mad. And because she knew, my mom kind of knew, he ain't coming, but I kid you not, I don't care how many times I sat in front of that door and he didn't show up. Let him tell me he's coming. The next day, I believe it. I never lost hope. And my dad, he was going to show up eventually. And I think that hurt my mom. It didn't hurt me because in my mind, if he doesn't come, I guess he just got busy. But I never reversed it on me. So I never thought that, he doesn't want to spend time with me or he doesn't love me. I never had a negative thought about me. I just assumed, he didn't make it, or maybe he had something else to do. But I never equated what he had to do to be more important to me because when we were together, it was great, you know. So I don't know, but I have met friends. Their dad didn't show up, and they equated that with, well, he don't care, he don't love me, he loves that more. And I didn't come to that conclusion. But
your mom, she wasn't saying, he don't love you, that's why he's not here.
Yeah, because you get some women that do.
Yeah, my mom,
you get some women that do.
She kept it positive.
She did not speak negatively about my dad in front of me. I do know that he would make her mad. I did know that, but she never dogged my dad in front of me.
And that's a big part of it, because some parents will dog the absent parent, you know, and that really hurts. It digs in. You be like, okay, you don't have to rub it in, you know. And I think that was part of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not, he don't care. He's not coming. Go on. I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. Blah blah. You know.
Yeah. And then that, you know, the things we say stick with our children too. You know, that's just like, well, the thing with women. Like, I didn't blame my dad. I didn't meet my daddy until I was like 16. I always wondered who he was, what he looked like. I would see people and be like, oh, I wonder, you know. And people would be like, what are you mixed with? What do you know? I got that all the time. Who is? And so I always wondered, like, where's my dad? And when I met my dad, I was like, but I love him. I love him to death. We have the best relationship. We talk every day. And I never had a resentment towards him, but I know that because I didn't know him, I was always looking for that male figure.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and my mom and her husband been married forever, but there's nothing like your real father.
Yeah.
So nobody can take the place of your real father. Yeah. But women, when we're hurting, we're scoring, we heal different. And some of us don't ever heal. Some of us need to heal before we move forward. Some of us move forward, and that's how we heal. Because I hear that all the time. How you jumping from a relationship? That's how I get over. You know, you just don't know what makes a person tick or think. I was going to ask you, what motivated you to write the movie? Like, what was your motivation behind the movie?
Some of it's my life, and it's some friends and family, you know, that I seen to go through things. And I was like, you know, this is in everybody's life, you know, forgiving. And a lot of people don't know how to forgive, or they, you know, the visual of seeing other people go through things can kind of help them. So I was like, let me just write some stuff down, and I'm coming up with some stuff. And I was feeling it, you know, it was me. I was feeling it. So I was like, this would be a good movie. So I did it as a play first. So, and it was great. So then I was like, well, a play, you know, you would go here, go there. But if I do it as a movie, it can go out a little further and touch more people. So that's why I said I wanted to do it as a movie.
Okay. And so, is this going to be your last movie, or?
No, I hope not. No, I'm gonna. I write all the time. I do music, but I've always been a procrastinator. So I do it and then I put it down and I don't do anything with it. So, you know, I just got to thinking. I was like, I need to get my stuff out. So, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm at that age, but.
Right, because you already said I called you old, so don't contradict yourself.
Well, I'm at that time in my life that I need to do things that makes me happy. Because, you know, I started, but I always have other obligations. So I put my dreams or what I like, you know, on the back burner. So now I'm bringing it forth so I can share, you know, show the world some of the things that I like to do. Show them who LaTanya is.
Okay, all right, Miss
LaTanya. Yes.
Okay, guys, we are going to have Miss Brittany. She is going to do a little poetry for y'all. Spoken word. And I want you guys to stay tuned. I want you to go and grab your favorite beverage. Make sure that you're winding down with Char. Make sure that you guys catch the show each and every Wednesday night. I'm going to blast the link so that you guys can get it. She didn't know that. I put people on the spot. That's just how we do. And we're just going to have fun with tonight's show. We got about 45 minutes. We got about 30 minutes left. If you guys have anything that you want us to weigh in on, make sure you inbox me on Facebook. You guys can also chat with us. If you go to Spreaker.com, jump in the chat room. I'm never in the chat room. So I don't know if people are in the chat room or not because I'm never in it. But you guys can chat with us. I will promise you, I'm going to promise you I will get better. We're going to plug everybody's Instagrams. We're gonna plug everybody's Facebook. The movie is called
Forgive Me.
So the movie is called Forgive Me.
Yes.
It is based out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
It's some great actresses and actors in the movie. We have